It's a new week, and with the new week, a lot of new adventures. First of all, I definitely wrote down things to say, so I'm gonna get to that after I talk about the things that I did not have time to write down. So, 1. Went to Vinatoc on Saturday, which is like a fall festival burning session, and we burned the grump, and I don't really want to explain it, but there's basically like a 20-foot bonfire, and then we like went up to like the river in Crested Butte called Obi Joyful, and it's like a campground, and so that was at 11 o'clock at night. This was Saturday. Okay. I'm trying to get this out of the way so I can talk about all the other things. And we crossed a river, and I had my boots on, like these new boots that I got recently, and they are soaked. They were soaked, they still are soaked, and I've been setting them by my window for the last 3 days, 2 days, whatever days. Everything's a blur. But they're still not dry. So, and then yesterday I was supposed to go do a service project for one of my classes in Crested Butte, and on our way there my friend's car broke down, and so we had to not pick up trash. And instead we got towed back to Gunnison, and I rode in a tow truck. I think for the first time ever. So yeah, that also happened. So those are the things I didn't write down that happened this weekend. But now I will get into things that I did write down. So, also, another thing that I didn't write down was, like, this morning there were a ton of earthworms on the ground, on the sidewalk, like, probably hundreds, and it was, like, the Earthworm Apocalypse, and anyway, I thought that was interesting, because there were so many. So many. Anyway, okay, so, my first note is... One of my professors reminds me of, like, a younger version of Lightsey, except not drug-addled, and, he's, like, there's really no one that he looks like. He's, like, blonde and short and stout, and, like, he does this thing where he goes, no, like, when he's lecturing, like, do you think people had blah, 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 like, grocery stores back in the 1800s? No. It's so funny, because, okay, so AJ's in that class with me. It's my environmental studies class, and, I always go, oh no, what, to AJ, and he thinks it's hilarious, because it is. Anyway, so, his name is Ebbett, Matthew Ebbett, and I wrote a paper for him the other day. It was just, like, a paper about, like, whales and how they're making a comeback. But, I didn't format it correctly, so I didn't put Professor Ebbett or Dr. Ebbett. I just said Matthew Ebbett, like Caleb Jim Buskirk, Matthew Ebbett, and then, like, the class and then the date. So hopefully he doesn't kick me out of his class because I just used his full name instead of a professor, like, using his title. If that makes any sense. It makes sense to me. Anyway, so then, I don't know which day it was. It was some night. My RA, Robin, my friend Marissa, and Connor, he's my friend too, but Connor is just Connor. Anyway, so Connor, Marissa, and Robin and I played a 3 to 4 hour game of Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit, and I lost pretty hard. Like, Marissa did not do as well as me, but I couldn't even do near as well as the boys were, so apparently I'm not geeky enough for anyone here. So then on Friday night there was a beat poet that came to speak at Taylor Hall, and his name is Gary Snyder, and it was, like, part of Allen Ginsberg and their troupe, which I thought, like, Jack Kerouac and all of them. So he knew Jack Kerouac personally, like, that's cool as fuck. So I got to see him in real life. And then my next note is second law of thermodynamics. apparently I thought it was important to mention in my video that I'm also learning about the second law of thermodynamics in my physics class. I don't know, because Gracie was talking about it, but I think the second law of thermodynamics is when it's, like, about disorder, and I really don't understand, like, I really don't understand how that works. Anyway, my next note is hair salon. We went to the hair salon on Friday night, and I got, like, a treatment done, like, a damage treatment done, and my friends got their hair cut, and, it was good. It was a good time. It was so fucking soft afterwards. I'm gonna do it again. And then, oh my god, the next one is the fucking chainsaw. That's my next note. We were watching True Untold Stories of the ER or something on Friday night, and there apparently was there was a guy, who was, like, doing tree work, and he fucking got a chainsaw caught in his neck, like, it just went halfway through his neck, and that was an ER story, and we all thought it was terrible, and we were, like, screaming, and it was, like, a huge thing of the night, is like, the fucking chainsaw! So yeah, that happened, and then, finally, Chris the dinosaur. You guys should have gotten a bunch of snaps the other night of a kid named Chris. And that is, he's my little bae right now. He moves like a dinosaur. I really have no other way of explaining it. He just fucking, he's like, he eats like his ice cream cone is just like, and he just kind of walks like a dinosaur, and he always wears a hat, and last night I saw him without a hat, and I was, like, so, like, entranced that he wasn't wearing a hat, and I was like, what the fuck, you are adorable. And he forgets a lot of the girls' names, like, he doesn't know who a lot of the girls are, or, like, forgets their names, and last night, my friend Zach was, like, going around and, like, saying, what's their name, what's their name, what's their name, and, he took a couple seconds on a couple of people, and then when it came to me, he was just like, Caitlin, what the fuck, you fucking know my name? So exciting. Anyway, I was really stoked about that. I just kind of, like, he, like, said it so quickly, and I looked over at my friend, like, we're getting married. Yeah. So that was my week. Really over time, but, okay. Bye.